Here we go.
We're live. Alright, today is Wednesday, June 24th, 6 p.m. Call the City Council regular meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Present at today's meeting is myself, Chris Schmidt, Michael Brockberg,
Katie Curdy,
Janine Nagel, excuse me.
Eric Brandt.
Lori Bowman, Lisa Butterfield.
Alright, approve or amend the agenda. Any amendments that we know of?
There isn't any amendments. The check numbers are a little different, and that doesn't really warrant an amendment.
Okay. Get a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion.
No second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Consent agenda is a motion to approve the bills. Checks totaling $52,734.13, and motion to approve the June 10th, 2026 City Council work meeting minutes. Motion.
I'll make
The only thing, you guys, I think there's a change on the building of this one, right? The new updated one was online or in our system.
Did you give me this packet, the second batch of checks that you did?
I've seen it on the computer, that's all I was
Yeah.
asking, I just didn't see it. It looks on the
That's
packet, I
the,
didn't see it there.
the new numbers on the agenda, sorry, I
I can print it off if you like.
I'm sorry, can you repeat, I couldn't hear the second portion of the, payables, the claims list. There should be two of them, I think I only printed one for the packets.
I'll print it right now.
Okay, thank you.
If you could just pause a little bit, it's not coming up as
I'm
live.
not sure why it's,
We tested it earlier.
the sound is and it isn't, but it's there, it's on the computer.
Yes, that's what I did. I rushed to print it. I didn't change the,
It's okay.
to be it that way.
Hold on, good. Thank you.
Let me know when we're live there.
So then I get an email that says that the meeting's live and it still shows the 27th of May.
Two. It's gotta be more than two. There's a bunch in Rosie. I'm trying to think of something to see. There might be one or two by my house. Heritage Park is a couple. Hopefully it works. I should have done that one.
It is recording on that.
Let's just.
All right, we will continue on.
I did have two comments to make. In the, meeting minutes from June 10th, the Habitat Home Edition, third line from the bottom, also known as the middle line, I guess. You state that there's no additional water mains can be added, it's sewer.
This is water sewer.
Supposed to be sewer. And then the motion was carried with a 4-0-1 vote.
On that
So
same
someone
one,
didn't care.
Correct.
on that same subject.
Correct.
Just a quick question for the payrolls. Is the Victoria Living Lifeguard, was it 86 hours? Is that what that shows, or?
Yes, because it was the training, the orientation in the first 2 weeks of,
Oh, I was just checking on it. It seemed really high compared to the other ones, so I was
Yeah.
asking.
I think I'm gonna go become a lifeguard.
Yeah.
You need help.
Apparently,
Are you CPF certified?
can be.
I don't know if I trust you.
You don't have to.
we have a couple of people that are very, what's the word you want to use? We really want to get ours.
Very ambitious.
Yes.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
We don't want to share.
I'm going down the list, I'm in top hog, and I thought he was a lifeguard.
401. For the administrators?
Yeah, go back one page.
Oh, okay, I was looking for,
And then. It's just water, I should say sewer. Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I will second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No old business. The one thing for that though, who's attending on Monday?
I am.
You two?
Yep.
Okay. All right, perfect,
7 o'clock fire hall.
perfect.
Pretty sure.
Are you a little concerned that that was in a Word document?
I mean, the whole non-version control is concerning across the board, but I think in the future they agree that we.
I'm talking about the one they sent.
Oh,
Right, that makes me,
it's
it
been
just
that way
gave
the
me,
whole time.
I know, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
What's the PDF?
Yeah, it's really hard. to
Let's track
edit.
changes.
Mhm.
There's
No.
opportunities there.
100%, I agree.
But that is the
Not-
version 11, that was the one that we.
It was, I checked the email Lori sent and followed up with and. it
Okay,
was still
okay,
original.
okay. All right, well, that's good.
At least for now.
Yeah,
Mercy.
Yeah.
We're not sure, it might be version 3.
Oh my God, we.
Just kidding.
Stop.
All right, so no old business, new business, resolution accepting Lions Club donation, 10% of their total, 10% of their total winnings, but this is a portion and the other portion will come in around October, right?
That's what this said, yeah.
So this is a resolution for $10,000. Motion for that.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Alright. Next one is resolution accepting bids for the City of Goodhue lead service line replacement. I think that's where we kind of talked about it at the last meeting with H&M. I thought we already made, well, we have to have the resolution, so we already made an agreement that we were gonna go with H&M, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
just making it all
All
proper.
right, so, we'll need a motion for accepting the resolution 26-10 for H&M Underground Solutions for $167,800 for the city lead service lines being replaced.
I'll make a motion.
A second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right. Committee updates. I will start with the gas commission. If any of you guys know anybody that wants to be on the gas commission, they are still looking for one member. Does not have to live in the city of Goodhue, just has to be.
Oh, they don't?
No, they just have to be a Goodhue gas customer. So that goes all the way from the other side of one, all the way a mile or two down 6, and so on and so forth. So if you guys know anybody, we're still looking for one. And that's all I got for the gas commission.
Joint powers, we will be, meeting on Monday to hopefully approve version 11 of the joint powers agreement. We will update you as we get feedback on that.
Perfect. Public Works comment was in there, we discussed that last week. Administrator comments, you got anything?
A few. These are mostly FYIs of things that have occurred since the last meeting. Over Volks Fest, there was a break-in at the pool, and people helped themselves to a party. There was no report made, it was a verbal warning only. I contacted the league on how we can protect the city, because even if they break in and something happens, they could still try to come back to us. So I'm working with the league on changes.
Changes to what?
Like security, do we need to post something that says no trespassing? Do we, just things
Like
that,
not responsible for injury damage?
just things to one up it. We have nothing now, and to try to lessen anybody trying to sue the city because they broke in and got hurt.
Sue the city due to their own negligence kind of
Yeah,
deal.
so we gotta do some things to try to help. I just want nobody to think that they could just do this and something might happen.
So
the
why
record-
why didn't they arrest him?
I do not know that.
Because the fact that there's no police report, that's a problem.
I asked.
So
and
who caught
they were on patrol, so it wasn't it like anybody called?
It was at 5 in the morning.
Oh.
Happens every year, someone breaks in.
Oh, it does.
You could call it somewhat of a Goodhue tradition.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Well,
I mean,
there were beer cans in the pool, there was beer cans on the diving, or not the diving, but the seats. There were cans, I don't find it funny, but they didn't make a report or do anything further.
Any damages or stolen goods?
There was not, because I asked, the wall comes down from concessions and that's locked. I'm told in the past, they drag the picnic tables over to assist in the scaling. I've been given some information on who it could be, but it's not confirmed now, so. Eventually, maybe it'll come out, I don't know, but at this point, it's an unknown.
Sure.
I guess my concern is why was there no police report even made? That's
I
a
asked that
huge
same
concern.
thing. I don't know.
They don't know.
So, that's something that happened on Friday night.
So can I just, I think it's important that we make sure, like you were describing, like put up negligence kind of signage. I don't think it's worthy of pursuing anybody if we don't have any record.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it really doesn't matter who did it.
I mean,
so,
It sucks.
right.
Because it's all clean when the lifeguards leave, and then if they come in the next day expecting to start, and they forgot to clean again.
Like beer cans everywhere,
Beer
yeah.
can, yeah, and there was still,
I get it.
when beer, the beer was still in the cans, because when it was fished out, you could still smell it,
Sure.
you know, so, I mean, that's to swim in.
And one thing on that same note that I was going through some other communities' meeting minutes. One thing that I think we should always keep in mind is that other communities allow pool parties like we do. However, they also have to go before the council to request alcohol. And I think that's something just to be mindful.
We allow alcohol?
No, I'm just saying,
Oh.
they, like, if you wanna throw a pool party, you can have the pool party like in, say, Pine Island, but you have to go before the city council to request alcohol. Be there, you can't buy it, sell it, it's just, hey, we're having a birthday party, yeah, having a birthday party and we want alcohol. I think that's.
What about putting cameras down there? I mean, don't you think we should have cameras down there anyway?
That's what I'm
Is there,
chatting with them about,
is there
because
Wi-Fi?
we just got it installed from Navera
For the
less than a month ago.
I mean, that would protect,
Yes.
not a break-in during them, but just a break-in in general.
And, yeah, sure,
So, enough signage and video probably?
I mean, you could put this, it's under, if people think the cameras are there. I said, people thinking cameras are there is a deterrent.
we're live, just.
For sure.
So if we have,
That's okay.
if we have the same company that does the cameras here, I wonder if they can remote from there to this server, I don't know. That's,
I've chatted with Chris about that, I said, I don't need it on during the day, I want it on off hours.
yep, and you can, you
And to be
usually,
notified.
yeah, usually you can set that stuff up as a, like a geo fence, that when you're done, yeah, so I think that's something,
It's a work in progress, I mean, it happens on Volks Fest, apparently, it does, and it's normal, but it could be anytime, I mean, it could be this Friday, it could be, you know.
well, and it's all fun and games, I get it, but what happens when somebody gets hurt?
Or drowns or.
Well, I know a
drowns.
guy
It's
that
a
put in
huge-
cameras.
Yeah.
I know a
Well,
guy too.
I know a
There's
guy.
a thing, the one thing maybe you should ask too when you're talking to League of Minnesota Cities is like, be careful, I know you had mentioned maybe just on off hours, but then they'll be like, why don't you have them running during the day? If you have them installed, you should run them all the time. Maybe ask on that, because I wouldn't wanna say we're being negligent when people are there if we turn our cameras off too. You know, there's gonna be the reverse side of that.
Yeah, most importantly, I want night, but. you know,
For sure.
I'll take day in case something happens during the day that we need to verify.
Yep.
I
The
mean,
biggest thing is it can also protect our employees too.
Mhm.
Yeah, salts or anything stupid, but I doubt it, but it's there. It's there as a.
Yeah.
As a thing, so.
Good.
So that, in the last 2 months, I've listened to voicemails, I've listened to conversations, been told conversations that residents have with city staff. And it's unacceptable, some of the things that I've been hearing. Voicemails left. It's kind of getting out of control. If citizens have complaints about something, reaming out a city staff member is not the way to go. They should come see me. If they have an issue with a staff member, they should come see me, so I'm inviting anybody to do that. Please don't ream out a staff member. We had Juneteenth. Someone didn't approve that, we had it off and wanted to contact City Hall. So they called the gas emergency line to ask a question about their bill. And reamed out the person who transferred the phone call to who was on gas. Call.
So they ringed out the call center?
Yeah, they did, and then proceeded to ream out the callback. So, they said, who approved Juneteenth? Because I didn't do it.
It's a federal holiday, that's the answer.
I get that, but
She
at
very
the
much so
time,
gave that answer, sure.
at the time,
At the same.
I mean, people are gonna call and complain, that's all there is to it.
There's a level of respect that has to
There's a
happen.
level of respect.
and there has not been in the last 2 months.
So are we experiencing these complaints from targeted people? Like, is it
The same
a
people?
certain one person that's consistently, I think that's, where we have to address it.
It's unacceptable,
So-
the voicemails that I've listened to.
So we need to start collecting recordings of those.
Do we still have those voicemails?
I'll have to see if he kept them. I'm not certain.
Okay, so I think similar to what Katie's saying, we need to start keeping these recordings. And at some point, it is, how do you say it? There is criminal charges that could be pressed.
Yeah.
Well,
harassment.
and if they come in here, I have a recorder on my desk that I very well may record it just to have a record of it, but.
Well, and I know in the past, when we've had people that continuously call over the same exact thing, it becomes a nuisance, and, I mean, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but it becomes into a harassment thing. And we can just not accept their calls and forward their calls to the sheriff's department, or have a deputy reach out to them and say, hey, you've gotta stop harassing these people, because the reason that you're calling has nothing to do with why you're calling, you're just now harassing. And that's what we do at work, is if we get a person, the first 3-4 times that we deal with them, we deal with them. But once it becomes harassment, then we see the number pop up and we automatically transfer it over to,
But are you talking like
Yeah,
2
CPD.
calls, 5
Well,
calls, 10 calls? You
just-
said 2 months, so
Over
they're
the
escalating.
past 2 months.
Okay,
Over the past 2 months, it's gotten increasingly worse.
Okay, so is it gone from 2 calls a day to 5 calls a day, or?
It's not a day thing, some of it is
Okay.
in person,
Okay,
out on the street, so the calls aren't happening daily, but just for instance, this Juneteenth one, 4 phone calls came to the call center for the gas and from the same person.
okay,
So
from the same person?
From the same person,
Okay, well,
trying to get a question,
well, okay,
it's not an emergency, that's not what that line is for.
okay.
It's for gas emergencies, not what's on my bill or.
So I guess,
What the question was.
would that fall under some kind of a criminal act, using an emergency line other than emergency services?
No, because technically it's not an emergency line.
it's just a dedicated
Yeah,
line.
It's a dedicated line. Really, the only emergency line would be 911.
911, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you're gonna get a relative number of people doing it. I just think if it's the same person or there's a pattern.
Well,
To your
on that
point.
same line or same subject, calling their personal phone also is occurring to,
So this
talk
person is
about-
calling your cell phone, your personal cell
No,
phone?
it's calling a city
city
employee.
employees' personal phone.
Yeah.
The person they're calling, correct me if I'm wrong, the person that they're calling the same person. It's not different employees, it's the same.
For instance, Don keeps calling Ron to complain and to yell. Not just using bad names, obviously, but it continues to happen no matter what, whether they're at work or not at work, and using a personal cell phone now is also getting involved, you say.
Calling on their personal number about city business, off hours, holidays, whatever it is. It's
Same
happening.
person, different people?
On the recipient end or the calling end?
The calling end.
Recipient end, yes, but the calling in is
The same
different people. It's different people using personal numbers.
Can we start
contact.
logging?
Yeah, we need to start logging.
Well, we will
We need to
probably
log
have
it.
to, I'm just letting you guys know this
Yeah.
stuff has been happening and it's getting out of hand.
No, and that's unacceptable. I mean,
It really is.
in reality, I guess how I've always viewed it is it's not any city employee's job to get yelled at. It's our job because that's what we're your guys' boss.
Well, and I would rather them come and do it to me. I'll take it. I do not want staff getting it.
Right.
Yeah, but there has
I
to,
don't.
but there has to be a process so that we can start documenting. So we
Yeah.
can't
So
go on,
I would say get a spreadsheet
It's
and then
there
get a
now,
spreadsheet.
Yep,
Yeah.
just because of what's happened recently.
Yes.
who it was, who they called,
Yeah,
what
So
number
they
they
talk to in
called,
person.
yes, who
And
they
the-
talk to in person,
and the
when they
reason
did
that
it.
they're calling, like why are they complaining? Are they complaining because their bill was 37 cents
Yeah.
more?
And the city hall phone number, leave a voicemail. I get it all weekend long. I get it at night. So if it is something, I will forward it on or I'll address it. So if they think that calling city hall and leaving a voicemail off hours isn't gonna get them anything, I get them.
Yeah.
I get a copy, I get a transcript.
Sure.
and all that, so.
Can you also log, if there's conversations that are unhealthy? I mean, if, like, let's say, I don't know his real name, shoot, all of a sudden all I can think of is players. Sorry, Jason. Like, I know his players.
So awful, I'm sorry. No, I'm not gonna apologize.
Forever in 3 decades.
It's not like it's derogatory or anything.
No.
No, I just never knew that was his nickname.
Yeah.
That's
His name is Jason. So Jason, he,
I just didn't know that.
if he has a healthy conversation, like, that's fine. Like, that's just normal day-to-day interaction, but if he has an unhealthy conversation, can he log that also?
And I'd like to someday to ride around because a lot of things happen, but as soon as I step foot in a truck, then it becomes, oh, she needs to be escorted around, huh? She can't drive around herself. It's a,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have to do something.
Yeah,
We
just
have
start
to do
logging so we can see
Jump
where
in,
we're
jump
at.
in the old Dodge and. look
Well,
around.
you know,
Easy. Brakes are a little soft.
I heard.
Always have that.
New garbage service just got confirmation when I got here tonight that the new pickup day will be Wednesday. Cannot do Thursday.
Oh my gosh. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna figure that out? How am I gonna figure that out?
So that's gonna.
I know that after council I gotta put it out. Now how am I gonna do this?
It'll be advertised out on all things that we can advertise out.
Speaking of that,
Only healthy conversations.
so speaking of
Wait for
that,
phone calls.
speaking of that, I don't mean that. So we, again, need to do a better job of putting stuff on Facebook, I think. So are you gonna, like the garbage?
All of that
Um,
stuff will be on everything because that's affecting, there's a few changes happening, so that's
But I
gonna
would
be a
start putting
couple of
that-
months.
I would start putting that on Facebook now.
I will, I just got confirmation of that, I
Okay.
was waiting for
It's
that
gonna be
confirmation.
Wednesday, they're gonna, but I would definitely use Facebook for that.
Once, do you know the date that their service
Yeah.
starts?
Yeah.
August 31st is the end of our waste management, and that's a Monday.
Yeah.
So it'll be that Wednesday,
That they'll have their first pickup?
September the 2nd, yeah, August 31st, I believe, is a Monday. So all of that will be going out, but just so you guys know, so you can spread the word too.
Did they say what the garbage can size, are gonna keep them all the same, the bigger ones, or are they gonna do like we have now?
You get to pick, apparently.
They're all being delivered and stored here, but those details aren't,
Okay.
exactly.
I was kinda curious if they're just gonna drop them off and that's what you get, and
Well,
You want a bigger one?
two big ones would be kinda nice.
And then who's picking up all the waste management cans?
Waste management.
And what's the plan to do that?
that's it.
Set 'em outside and-
Determined.
I wouldn't
Outside
send
they just-
anything out on Facebook
I'm
until you
not-
have.
Right, I know, that's what I mean, like, this is, it's a lot of, all of, most of the details will be in the newsletter for July,
Sure,
so they can get ready, and it'll be again in August.
cool.
I'm sorry, not July, we already did July, it'll be August, newsletter.
Okay.
And the last thing I have, which I know is not going to be popular, but it's a fact of life. Next week, due to a Spanish class trip to Costa Rica, the pool will need to be closed the 2nd of July through the 4th because there's nobody in town. They're gonna be in Costa Rica. Not nobody in town. A lot of the lifeguards are going to be, I shouldn't say that online. We can't have, we don't have,
You don't have staff
staffing.
available.
It's heavily affecting the staffing, that trip.
Sure. That is something I would put out on your Facebook
She
page.
she put it out today, or she just found out today. She gave them until today to confirm.
Okay.
So she'll put it out on the pool Facebook.
I think it should be on the city Facebook page
So
too.
is,
Yeah, we can.
how many staff, out of the staff that we have, how many staff are not going?
That I don't know. I didn't
'Cause it would
ask
be
for
nice
that
if they-
detailed.
It's a holiday weekend, so it would be really, really nice if we could have like at least just limited hours.
They have one person available, and we can't have the pool open
Right.
with one
Where's
person.
everyone else then? Like, this is, I guess, I think where, at least I would come from with this is, so it's, let's say there's 10 people going on the Costa Rica trip, or 5. that means there's lifeguards still left. So does she allow everyone else to go on?
You're not dedicated to certain hours every month, are we, every week?
Well, and this
You
is,
don't say that you work 9 to 5,
right,
Monday to Thursday.
well, and this is one thing that I brought up.
We have 1, 2,
This
3.
is something that I brought up last year and the year before, because it seems to be a problem every year, is that, and I get Costa Rica is it's a different thing, but, there's different times of the year or during the summer where every family takes the same exact vacations. Well, this is still business, and we still have to maintain that. So if you have 15 staff that work up there, 10 of them are going, you have 5 left. Well, out of that 5, are 4 of them on vacation that week? I don't know. And that's where, like, you have to be a supervisor or a boss and deny that. I'm sorry, but the first 3 people that have that time in get to go.
I strongly disagree. Just because these are kids in school, they'll just say, peace, I don't need this job. And that is a reality of kind of the world we're in currently, is you can't just tell kids, hey, you have to work, because you have families, like you said, we're gonna go on vacation together. Why is my family vacation denied over Costa Rica?
Well, I
You
guess
have to deny Costa Rica too.
the thing is though, if they were to go work anywhere else, they're gonna be denied just the same.
Not if they're supplemental.
No,
They're not dedicated to a
it's a
schedule.
different generation.
That's the hard part, like these kids are picking up hours, they're not saying, hey, you are scheduled every other weekend, you're dedicated to every other weekend. We have no set precedents like that. Maybe next year we want to set a precedence like that. Saying you have to work 2 weekends out of the month. And that's your expectation, and you will be scheduled every other.
What's written in our employee handbook?
It's, if they're seasonal, so it isn't you.
They would
have
still
to-
apply to our employee handbook though.
Yeah, but they're seasonal workers, they don't have a set time like the rest of us do, where they have to have a,
But it's a business, and the pool's business hours are scheduled to be open from whatever time to whatever time, which means that staff have to be there. I'm not saying that so-and-so has to work 30 hours or 20 hours, I'm just saying that somebody has to be there, and that's part of the supervisor's job to maintain that pool is open during that time. Nobody is any more important than the other person, but again, it's business, and it's what we have. And I've been fighting this for a couple of years now, that, you know, I spend I don't know, what are they, $160, $175 for a pool pass, and holiday weekends we're off. We wanna go swimming, but we can't because the pool's closed.
And that's, yeah, and then you're paying for that.
You pay for a service, basically, that now is, again, limited in hours that you can't use it, when it should.
I mean, it's gotten a lot better, but, you know, like I said, last year, I said, we need to make sure that these people somebody is there.
Yeah.
I don't care how many hours they work, just somebody needs to be at the pool when the pool is open.
And I guess that's where I disagree with Katie as well, is there may not be a set precedent of you requiring to work 20 hours a week or whatever. And I understand that it is somewhat of a fluid schedule where no 2 weeks are probably the same on scheduling. At the same notion, I worked a job the same exact way, and I had to miss family vacations because you know what? I was scheduled and couldn't get out of it. It's a fact of life, it's what happens.
I think it's a different generation.
I think that I understand what Chris is saying,
Yeah.
but it's an expectation you have to set prior. There's kind of precedent set. You can't just say all of a sudden this year we're gonna do this. You almost have to have an agreement with those employees saying, I'm going to fill 2 holidays, or I'm gonna do something.
So I guess another question is aren't they scheduling all this stuff so they know in advance that, hey, these
Yeah.
10 girls are gonna be gone in
Yeah.
these dates?
Yeah.
Maybe we should try to fill that 2 months in advance?
And that's what I would say too, is at the same token, like, you
That's a
knew
good point.
the manager, and this is how I would have went forward with it, but the manager would have said at the time of hiring, when's your vacations, get them into me now. Here's the whiteboard with the calendar, fill out when you're gone.
yeah, and that, I was there at orientation and literally somebody sat down and went, oh, I didn't tell you, next week I'm on vacation. So Maya tries to get all of those, and I talked to her about this, specifically about July 4th. But I don't think she knew about the Costa Rica trip. And when I inquired, I said, you have to find people because this is an issue. But then with this trip, one person was available.
So 17 people are going to Costa Rica then?
Well, 16,
No.
16,
That's not true. Can I just chime in with, what the head, or what Maya probably has to deal with too, is the fact that there are 3 head guards, I'm guessing, since there's head guards that at every shift, there's gotta be one of those 3. So they're kinda stuck, if all 3 of them are, going, what do they do?
have we always had head guards or leads?
Is Maya one of those 3?
Maya's the manager.
So Maya's not, but doesn't she like that too?
No,
Yes.
she does.
So she
But she,
technically would make
So we
4,
can
right?
remove their family.
and she would be a head guard as well, so there's technically 4. Okay.
It just happens.
Yeah.
What's the minimum staff requirement?
They have 4 lifeguards on.
It depends on how much of the pool is open.
Yeah.
If each section, you have the deep end, the lap end, and then the kiddie end. So each one of those need 1 person plus a breaker to rotate. So if you have 4 people, the whole pool can be open. If you, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you have 3 people, then one portion of the pool has to be closed. And if you have 2 people, which hopefully you don't, then usually they'll open up just either the kiddie part if there's kids. If there's no little kids, then they'll open up the diving board side, is what they've done in the past. But you need at least, at the time was 2, but if they have 3, they can make it work, but if they get down to 2, they usually just shut the pool down.
Have we ever talked about, like my son works at Menards, but on the weekends he gets a pay raise because they can't get people to work at Menards on the weekends.
A shift, yes.
Some part work, so.
So maybe that's something we also need to think about for future, like next year, holiday weekends.
You get paid 5 cents extra or something.
5 cents, well, probably won't.
Well,
That's what it was in the amusement
This
park.
is
The last time she said
1973.
1 cent.
No, that's the way it was when I was at the amusement park.
5 cents.
Same
Wow.
concept.
Yeah, 5 cents is like $5.
Yeah, I think there's a couple opportunities
Well,
to do better
that's
next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we have to, because the Zimbrota pool's gonna open next year. So again, we could have a strain with lifeguards as it is,
Yeah.
right? Especially if they're gonna pay them more.
Curiosity question, is there that many lifeguards coming from town?
There are a few.
Okay. I had no idea.
A few, not.
You've got
It's
some
not
older college kids too.
And college kids will drive. if
It's
they're-
not like I actually know who it is before, so.
I mean, out of all these lifeguards we have here, there's none of them that are from out of town, is there?
I think there is one from Zamunda. I thought so. Yeah.
We're a hot, they get to be a hot commodity.
You
All right.
could have told me 18, I would've maybe.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Is she gonna try to work on maybe trying to find somebody?
It's too late.
No,
Too
it's
late.
closed.
Should've said.
I'll be coming to your backyard. You come to mine, we'll.
Fine by me. I usually come
Spray
over.
each other with the hose or what?
Slip and slide.
Hey, we've got our own pool. Mine's on the deck, his in the backyard.
I usually come over, jump off the trampoline. And
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Any council comments?
Yeah, I do have a council comment. Again, I'm like obsessed with this. Nobody signs up for the alerts and newsletters or whatever. It's not the best way to communicate the information. So like the city council vacancies, I haven't seen that on Facebook. So we need to get that out there.
I just added to the website today.
No, I'm talking about Facebook.
No, I know that, but since Redway Computer does it, there's a lapse in time when I add it and I send it to them. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so we don't post to our own Facebook page?
No,
No.
No.
Why is that?
because, so in the past, it was when a individual did it, that individual controlled everything.
As an
And-
admin?
As everything. So they didn't assign admins out at the time. They didn't assign moderators, it was just, they were in control. Well, then when, they left, they took the login, the passwords and everything with
I
them,
can't have it
and
today.
you can't do that. That's why, not with just Facebook, but a lot of stuff in general, they handed it over to Red Wing Computer because Red Wing Software, something.
Computer.
They took it because they're gonna be here, whether or not Lori stays, or Lisa stays, or Jason, or Todd, or whoever, it doesn't matter. Red Wing Software is always gonna be there.
They're a neutral third party.
They're a neutral third party, so they control it. They can still log in on Facebook, but I think, or isn't it just Jason?
He could post things, like the snow, you know, if he's going out at 2 in the morning or whatever. But he doesn't do that outside of snow.
Okay, so if we wanna post something on Facebook, walk me through how that works.
I have to open up a support ticket,
You open up a support ticket,
for them, and then it gets in their queue.
it gets in their queue, so,
Is that part of our packet?
and we pay them for that.
They are making the updates for no charge. They
Part
said
of our-
It's all part of our
normally they
membership.
said that they would do that, and as long as we weren't posting 5 times a day, they would continue doing it at no charge.
And what's the lag on that between the time you open up a support ticket and the time they post it?
It's not a set time, it's when they read it and they think they can get to it, it's totally, I mean, I could put on there urgent, or they can read that it's, you know, something that's happening in 12 hours or whatever.
I mean, like on average, is it like, if you sent a support ticket this morning, would it be there?
1 to 3 days is what I've been seeing.
Long leg time.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, my
Well,
question,
the minute you say support ticket, that's,
I guess, is
It's
there,
not
But
like it's a
again,
huge company though,
They're
so.
doing it for no charge,
well, now.
otherwise they would charge us.
yeah,
So I
okay,
have
is,
been taking advantage of
Jason's
that.
an admin, or he can post, is there a way to get you to be able to post as well? And not just him?
I don't know, I don't have any Facebook experience at all. It's social media, I don't have anything on there, so I'd rather have the people who can post it and not have an oops post, to say something that you shouldn't be saying.
But it's really information, I mean, that's,
And that's
it's stuff
primarily
like,
what
it's
our
stuff like the
website should be.
newsletter, it's, yeah, but people don't use that, they don't look at it, that's the thing, it's like, I feel like there's such a struggle here, there are like 5 people that didn't even know there were city council vacancies available, right? Well, I went to the website, I didn't see it, I went over here, like communicating with a newsletter, I just don't think is the best
Approach to
approach,
advertise.
because, and I get it, because we can only get 114 people to sign up for alerts. So that's pretty much a wash.
If the postings,
Right.
correct me if I'm wrong, they need to be 2 weeks before the actual opening dates, and that's why it was in the newspaper today. I posted it on that because it needs to be, when it comes to elections, they have to be done within a certain time of.
I get that, Lisa, but
posting.
all I'm saying is that we need to be able to communicate this stuff instantaneously, right? Like, there should be no reason why the city council, I don't need to hear the excuses, right? We need to understand, like, to get this stuff onto Facebook.
And I'm telling you the reason why the posting isn't as probably timely as you probably think it should be, because we have to do it within 2 weeks of the opening. That's why you said 5 people had not heard of it, because it hit the paper today. I put it on the website today, and it'll go on Facebook.
But it was in the newsletter like a month ago, right? So how did it
That
get?
was coming up, The actual posting that was in the paper is the official posting.
So those are the rules set out by the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
But 2 months ago, we could have put something out and said,
Right, that's what
I
I'm
did,
saying.
well, I did put it on the website, I put it on the newsletter, and I said, it's coming up, hey, I mean,
I think
Well,
that's
that-
something that should have been posted to
you
Facebook.
you
though,
got
too.
it all.
I think that's what you're saying, is that correct, Janine? That we should
Yeah,
have been.
I'm just
we
saying
should
that
have.
Facebook, we have 1,000 followers that follow the city of Goodhue. So I think like people go on there every day.
Yeah.
Right, and they say, oh, let me see what's going on today.
You know, we don't have to
Right.
necessarily post the open time. We could just say, hey, on July 14th
Right.
is the opening for these seats. Like, we can post it at a certain time to say these are open, but we could, leading up to it, we could say, hey, you know, anybody
Yeah.
interested in, you know, sitting on Goodhue City
Right.
Council or the mayor or whatever, you have from now until July 14th to think about it. Come July 14th,
I know, which is
you
in
have
2
to.
weeks, right? So
And I see what you're
that's
saying.
what I'm trying to say.
but
It's
you
like
can't-
if you're looking at Facebook, right, which is.
You can't open it for somebody to click a link or do anything
Right,
until
right.
that.
And we should be posting out there that the
Open
pool is closed. I mean, if you're saying it takes 3 days to post something on Facebook, today's already Wednesday, we're gonna tell people the pool is closed over July 4th, what, Monday?
She does that. She has it on the pool closed.
But I think
Pool
how many
is closed.
the pool doesn't have as many followers as the city. Would be my assumption because I don't know.
There's half a dozen different Goodhue swimming pool Facebook pages.
Is there?
Because again, people have left and they've taken the information with them. Goodhue Police had, what, 2 or 3? City of Goodhue had
Yeah.
a couple or 3. I mean, it's,
And the police, the Goodhue police have.
Goodhue Community
yeah,
Pool,
Goodhue
200
Police Department, I
followers.
know had 3 at one
Yeah.
point.
And yeah, Goodhue City Talk is another one that's
Yeah,
out
Town
there.
Town
Talk,
Talk,
that's
which-
owned by another social media.
Yeah, that's somebody,
But there's all these Facebook pages that are out there that
yeah.
talk about stuff.
And anytime something's posted, I always share it on mine, but,
Mhm.
you know,
The bill goes to every single person, so that's why that is the thing that I use to get information, because it goes to every single
But people don't
mailbox.
read it, they don't look at it. People are not in the paper these days.
I think the ask is that we would like to see more
Yeah.
Facebook postings.
Yeah.
Can you help us with that?
Yeah.
I can, if it starts getting above, I don't know what their limit is. This is Chris,
Okay.
out of the kindness of being Chris, saying I can do it, but
Yep.
not a lot of postings.
and I get that too, but again, he runs a business, we run a business. They are monitoring our page and our stuff for us, so if we have to pay for it, again, he's doing it free, very appreciated, thank you, Chris. But if we have to pay for it, we have to pay for it. We have to get the word out there, you know, because again, we were expecting to pay for this. It's great that we're getting it, you know, at no charge, but
Or we create a social media person within
No,
city
I think
council
we-
or-
Get Lisa trained in how to do
Right,
this as
on
our
how- yeah.
administrator.
right,
That is
Right.
another option, to have you train in on how to
Use
complete a
Facebook, yeah.
Facebook post. And that can be Red Wing that shows you how to do that, if that's what we need to do.
and then just make somebody or her a moderator, and, or is that what it is?
And
Yeah,
then-
moderator.
Yeah, contributor, whatever it happens to be.
Just gives access to posts,
Yep.
basically.
You can make posts, you can change
Whatever it
things, but
happens to be, whatever.
you don't have overall ownership of the page, that's, so.
That needs to stay with Red Wing, we all know
Yep,
that.
and I think that's a great idea, you know, put in a ticket to have Chris come in and show how to, update pages, so then we can get them out in a timely fashion versus a pool closing in a week.
So at this time, there's 2 asks for donations, nominations, I have to, yeah, donations for sanity.
Yeah.
Nominations for council, like to submit your paperwork, that would be one of the Facebook posts. And then, he could repost the pool closing to the city, page, and he would know what that means, but
Mhm.
he could pull from this or create his own, whatever he finds appropriate, but to the pool closing on the second and third, fourth. Those are the 2 things I can think of at this time. Do you guys agree? Those are 2 things we
Yeah, I
discussed.
think
It's the second, that's Tuesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's,
a week.
Oh, yeah, well,
We can
make
ask.
sure that she puts a sign at the pool too.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
That-
Oh, okay. Oh,
That
no,
would be
July
great.
2nd is Thursday, I'm looking at June, okay.
And honestly,
I was in
the
all
younger
those.
generation, and it
Yes.
feels old saying that doesn't use Facebook. So eventually we'll have to figure out what that next version looks like, but
It
It's, yeah, a lot of
Instagram.
Instagram, TikToks and other crazy things
TikTok.
like that.
Let's not go there.
I know,
Yeah, I
and
know,
I get
but
comments
that's-
of people saying they didn't see it on Facebook and it was on Facebook, so
Yeah.
it's trying to find a way to get to everybody, because it's not a cure-all, end-all. but
No,
I
Well,
still
never
get
again.
comments that people didn't know about it when it was on Facebook.
Yep, and some people just don't read.
Some people just-
And like Michael said, we're not gonna reach everybody, but
No.
we have a better opportunity to reach more if we utilize more, avenues than just one or two.
And Facebook does have a nice following, so that's something
Mhm,
I wanted to realize that too.
mhm.
Lisa, do you have any questions about that? I'm sorry, we threw a lot of information at you. Okay.
Sweet.
So,
Anybody else got anything?
I do, solicitors in Goodhue. Nobody's pulling permits, going around Goodhue, trying to solicit services. I personally seen it happen, so I know they are. So,
Who's
So-
soliciting?
well, that would be,
Like knocking on your door type
yeah,
of deal?
knock on your door, knocking on the door, saying that they're,
Yeah, but I handle it. So, not to cut off Eric, but when somebody comes and knocks on my door or approaches me in my yard, I'll say, hey, I'm Chris, hey, I'm Joe. And I'll politely ask them, did you stop down at City Hall prior to going from door to door? No, I did not. Could you please go down to City Hall, pull a peddler's permit or a solicitor's permit? It's free of charge, right? $100, okay.
You change it.
But it's, you go down there, you do it, but if you solicit people's houses without the permit, you can be fined. Oh, I didn't know that. And then they immediately jump in their truck and leave.
so this one, I did actually ask if he did go to the city to pull a permit, and his statement to my wife was yes. It was in his truck, I just
So they're
asked him.
scammer.
and it was not.
Right.
So,
For the record, we have had no peddlers this year,
Can we
Submit
ask who
for
was it?
application.
so ever, 2026.
White Knight Pest Control.
Huh.
They said that they've already have multiple customers in the area, gave my wife some names of people.
Were they
They
legit
sound
names?
legit names.
Well, they're legit names, but you can pull those names off
Oh,
Lincoln
yeah.
County website.
Yeah.
Literally, anybody who owns his homes.
Are they
Yeah.
in the state business?
And I think she said they're out of Plymouth. She sent me a,
Plymouth, like Minnesota?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's up there.
Yeah, a lot of this got brought up when,
No, I really wanted to say like, no, Virginia with Plymouth Rock,
a lot of this
Massachusetts,
came
wherever it was.
to surface when we had that hail damage.
Yeah, they
Every-
did come
and
to our
every
house.
roofer
Yeah,
went
they
through,
did,
and not a
yeah.
single one of them came down and asked permits.
Tony Renner texted Jason the night of the hail damage, said, I'll stop in the morning, we're gonna start tonight.
Yeah.
We had
This
some-
individual
we had
literally
some
wrote
weird-
that he's a route manager on there, but his
So
cell
he's
phone
a
number.
scammer.
Us.
So,
He's a scammer, 602, what do you think?
Yeah, one day.
with the secondary was 663, so that's more
He's a
cities.
scammer.
During the first hailstorm, and then
But-
3 weeks later, the second hailstorm.
I talked to him through my Ring camera, because I was
Only reason I'm talking.
out at the time when it came through.
Okay. See, we have a Ring camera too.
And my wife was out there talking, I seen, I said, my brother-in-law showed up, and I'm like, what's that? I looked, and no, it was him talking to my wife, and I asked over What was that?
602.
Okay, yeah, I just
so,
keep directing them, I would say keep directing them towards City Hall. And I don't know, Lisa could probably answer this, how many times have I sent you a text message or an email
He
asking?
said he asked if a name of somebody, and I'd say, what's my response?
Not as of now. So that's what I do, is I just take a picture of the vehicle and I'll send it to Lisa and say, hey, we got this, nope, all right. And then I can usually, go to cul-de-sac, hey, the city has nothing, could you please go down to City Hall?
Yeah.
Normal
Yeah.
business hours.
my wife was talking face to face with him, I just heard a lot of it over the Ring camera when I was away, but I guess she was just reading today on another good use site that somebody else was already asking about the same thing, so.
Yeah, the only pest company I know other than, was it Pritchard's? I don't know, one of them, but is Pest Arrest in Red Wing, and I see his stuff all the time, but, that and Bob the,
Both ways.
It's unfortunate.
Bob
There's
the
so
Bug
many
Man.
scammers, so many scammers out there. It's terrible.
So that's what I would say, I would recommend just planters, there you go.
Do we wanna include that in one of our other posts, that their solicitors may be coming around? Could be
And I know they
stated,
have,
check.
like if they had a solicitor that came down, they'll put, Lisa's put that on, had them put it on,
That they're okay.
so, but yeah, I would
Hasn't
say,
been anybody.
you know, by the time you post something, 1 to 3 days service,
They're-
they're gonna be
Yeah,
long gone.
I mean, yeah, this time it's gonna not really go very good, but I mean, just
Potentially scammed.
something for our future
Yeah.
alert or something that might be going on, especially after big storms, stuff like that. You're gonna-
I think you're probably gonna get a lot of,
They're always
good feedback if, you know, like me, if anybody can send me a picture of somebody soliciting, I'll post it on the Goodhue Town Talk or my own Facebook page, I don't care. But I'll post it on there and say, hey, look, this person's soliciting business, and then people just share it. But that Goodhue Town Talk,
Yeah, that's my wife.
That's a
not
weird-
affiliated with Goodhue,
That's a really weird,
so.
there's one for Zimbrota too.
Yeah. I think ours is a little bit better.
Is it shiny?
Huh?
That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Shiny.
Anybody else got anything? Alright, I have nothing. The public, do you have anything? Okay.
Quiet bunch.
Well, one at a time.
No fighting, we have nothing. Alright, can I get a motion to adjourn?
Make motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. I don't know, man, I was asking.